we mentioned earlier that, and I think everybody knows this, but there are more and more reports that between the firing and attempted rehiring that Elon Musk has done, and he softened. Apparently, he had said, everybody needs to come in to work, and if you don't come in, you're done.
Yeah.
And then he found out, everybody basically is going to say, okay, I'm done. And so he sent out another letter that said, okay, by come in, I meant your supervisor needs to think that you're doing a good job and tell me that you're doing a good job, and maybe you can come in once a month or something like that. And then an hour or two later, he sends out an addendum to that, which is I want to be clear, though, if the supervisor's lying, that person is going to get fired. And this is I've known people like this, and I feel like I'm not casting aspersions, but sometimes when people smoke too much pot, they get too into their head. And if they're a neurotic type to begin with, and maybe they're feeling the pressure, things get a little bit out of hand.
I'm unfamiliar.
Okay, right? I mean, we've all been there. We've all been there. I'm not above that.
Cut to Elon on Joe Rogan taking a giant drag of a spliff.
And we're talking pot here. He says he works 120 hours a day.
Well, that's just a lie, but...
Well, it's a lie, but he's tweeting a lot.
But why does it feel like he's working 120 hours?
Why are you visible to me in your social media activity in that time frame? That's the, you got a good doctor.
So then, of course, you have, him firing the guy with the key cards. The guy in charge of handing out the key cards.
Apparently that was a fake tweet, by the way.
Was that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I mean...
They've been doing a lot of trolling about it.
It could very well have been. But they also, fired a lot of their compliance people. They fired a lot of their key engineers.
Well, a newspaper tried to reach out to them, and they found out that, they don't have a communications department anymore.
And there's a lot of people who think that it's quite possible over the weekend, particularly with the World Cup apparently is happening, that the app is just gonna break.
But and isn't that kind of, both of those two events, by the way, are deeply flawed and right now in Qatar, where the World Cup is happening, they had to build all this infrastructure from scratch. Went there because of corruption, and they got a payoff. FIFA did for it to go to Qatar. The climate change is causing such problems that there's mass overheating. The fans that are going to stay in the fan villages are staying in legitimate shipping containers. Also, Qatar's not allowing beer or any alcoholic beverages now, putting FIFA in conflict with its multi-million-dollar endorsement deal with Budweiser.
Well, that's the thing you don't want to cross.
Right. And so people are going to die of heat exhaustion, and there's going to be no alcohol.
Lots of deaths from the workers too.
Built on slave labor.
Yeah.
Those twin events happening at the same time. Twitter falling apart because a billionaire decided that this is my pet project and I'm going to fix it, and taking it private, firing people to look like he has authority, and this incredibly corrupt sporting event that's falling apart at the seams, built on slave labor, people dying of heat exhaustion, and it falling apart in front of our eyes. This is an example of what the world is right now.
Yeah.
This is late stage capitalism, just personified.
And here is somebody doing God's work with one of those projectors right here. And apparently these projectors, you can put it on. We speculated the other day that somebody had taken over, but it really does appear that you can do this anywhere.
Yeah.
Here it is. Elon Musk bankruptcy, baby, supreme parasite, petulant, pimple, apartheid, profiteer, dictators, ass kisser.
That's true.
Lawless, oligarch, insecure, colonizer, cruel, hoarder, space Karen. It's my favorite. Mediocre man-child, pressurized, privilege, petty racist, megalomaniac, worthless billionaire, bankruptcy baby. And there it is.
Did we get there was an apartheid one there too, right?
It was
Later
apartheid profiteer is what it
that one
was.
is maybe second favorite to that other one.
The Space Karen.
Space Karen.
And that's projected on to Twitter headquarters in San Francisco. So that's pretty fun.